Hello, you. It's me. And I'm getting this photo from straight out of context. The video, you will not believe what Gypsy is saying now, I think is what it says. It's cut off. But anyway, this is from straight out of context. And it's Gypsy, of course, talking about Nick Godejohn. And what she is saying is, I'll try to read it. Let's see. Also, I was only saying what he, meaning Nick, made me say. He is where he belongs. With thoughts like that, he was heading to prison with or without my involvement. Okay. So, what Gypsy is trying to say, not just that this was, so long ago, 10 years ago, I'm over it, I'm mature. Okay. And let me just first start this out by saying, I believe in justice for Nick. Okay? And I will try to say this in the most respectful way that I can. But we know that Nick Godejohn was on permanent disability, not part-time, not temporary, permanent disability because of his autism. His Asperger's is what he had, or has, I should say. And it has been generally spoken about that he has an IQ of about 80. Okay. So we know what we get with Nick. So is what Gypsy's saying is that a man with an 80 IQ who is on permanent disability for his cognitive disabilities, he's the mastermind, right? Everything was his idea. She was just doing what he told her to do, and she just played along with it. He was the master, right? He was the one who was in control of everything. Now, somebody with, we'll say, a average IQ would be able to see through that and think he's off his rocker and would stop talking to him. But Gypsy didn't do that. So, is what Gypsy is saying, because Nick was a mastermind, Nick did everything. It was all on him. He's the crazy person who should stay in prison forever. So, Gypsy, are you saying that your IQ is less and that you were an innocent baby victim who couldn't fight because you didn't understand what was happening? So what you're saying is that your cognitive functions are exactly what your mother said they were? Is that what you're saying? If Nick is the mastermind to everything, then that means that you did not have the ability to fight against him. You didn't understand what he was doing. So your cognitive abilities are what, at like 7, maybe 9 years old? Is that what you're saying? Because if that is true, I don't think you should be driving a car. I don't think that you should be able to take care of a child because you don't have the cognitive ability enough to do it. Without supervision, for sure. So that CPS story, that must be true because you don't have the ability to do anything of that for yourself. You didn't have the ability to fight against Mastermind Nick, so that means you must have less of an ability than he did. Otherwise, you would have seen what he was doing, right? And you're an innocent, sweet baby child. So what you're saying is maybe you need to go into a supervised home situation to make sure that you don't hurt yourself or others because you don't have the cognitive ability to understand anything? Is that it, Gypsy? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you are leading us to believe? Is that your mother, as you said, said that you had an IQ of maybe a 7 to 9-year-old, that your mental abilities did not go beyond that, you're saying that your mother was right? Because that changes everything, doesn't it? Freedom isn't so free. But you going on all these shows and everything, well taught in speaking, did you know what you were saying? Because somebody with the cognitive ability of a 7 to 9-year-old may not. They're just repeating what they're told to say, right? Is that what you're saying you are, Gypsy? How are you allowed to have a child in your care? You couldn't. Supervised, yes. Alone, no. And we already know that you have anger issues. You know, for somebody with a cognitive ability of 7 to 9, that could be very dangerous because you don't understand how you can actually hurt people, which would make sense why you would hurt so many people physically, mentally, emotionally, because you don't understand about something beyond yourself. So is that what we are led to believe then by these kind of statements? Because that's what it seems like you're trying to say. Is that wrong? Because if it's wrong, and you have a cognitive ability beyond 80, then Nick could not have possibly masterminded anything. So which is it? Are you a poor little innocent baby girl who can't do anything or think for herself? She doesn't have the ability to, and maybe should be in a home where they can take care of you? Or are you actually the mastermind? It makes you think, doesn't it? Anyway, that's all I got to say.